evening, friends. I hope you all are doing fine. It's a pleasure to be here back again and talk to you. So, friends, today I'm going to be talking about something very basic. But although this is basic, this is equally important because very few still fail to understand this particular skill, this particular art, I must say. And this is how do you strike a conversation when you meet somebody for the first time. Now, over the decades, many of us have talked about it. We know, we are experienced, we are having a lot of good body of work behind us, and we may consider this to be really a very basic thing. But trust me, and with my experience that I have had so far, I have found a lot of people having this concern. I have taken trainings for almost 15,000 plus people so far, and whenever I take any kind of leadership or behavioral trainings, and I take any kind of team building exercises, one very common thing that is asked to me is, how do you continue a conversation or how do you strike a conversation? So they happen to be working in the same companies, they happen to be customer relations that they may have, or vendor relations that they may have, or you're meeting an almost a very new person. Maybe you're going to meet a potential client for the first time, but you do not know where to start. And this is one of the common things that comes across, as a query, as a concern. So let me try to break this down for you and make you understand of what and how should be doing. So generally what I practice, I'm sharing with you, and I have had this brilliant opportunity where till date I have not had any challenge of striking a conversation and continuing it. And because I worked in so many places and so many different sectors, this is something that has always built upon my work experience, and it has helped me because it leads to good networking, it leads to good ways of striking a conversation with people that you are interested in, and for them to generate interest in you, this is necessary. So the first thing that I would want to mention in this thing, pertaining to striking a conversation, the very first and foremost thing is your facial expressions and your body language. Now, your body language needs to be appropriate. Now, when I say appropriate, what does it mean? It means you have to show yourself that you are welcoming that person, and largely your face will talk about it. It will give the message. If you are not interested or you appear not interested, it will give that message to the other person that maybe this guy is not interested. So having a smiling face, having a proactive face, something that makes the other person look forward to talking to you. You should seem accessible, and that can only happen if your body language and your facial expressions are apt. So of course there are many things that go under it, but put it simply, you need to be always there with that charm, with that smiling face, and and what can help you in accomplishing this is giving a smile and exchanging pleasantries, even if you do not know or know that you don't lose anything in doing that. So exchanging pleasantries of a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and just small talks, how have you been, and things like that. So that probably is a good beginning for that person to know that you are available and you are there to talk with them. Second thing is listening, because if we happen to strike a conversation, we seldom listen, and we probably only listen to reply, but that should not be the case. We should listen to understand and then respond accordingly. So give a patient hearing, and do not divert your mind or your eye contact from that person. So many times I have noticed that people are looking at you and they are going who and who after every sentence that you speak, which is fine, but their eyes are going in all directions. They are noticing somebody behind you, they are noticing something happening around them, or they are on their phone, or they are busy with something else, but they are trying to pay attention to you. Now this is very disrespectful, friends, does not go really well. So please do maintain the eye contact. Give that person a reason to talk to you by showing your attention and showing that you care about what he's trying to tell you. So that is very important. Don't have to have your eyes going all around the room. Just focus on that person who is there. Third thing is not only look genuine but genuinely be genuine. Do not try to fake your listening, or fake your smile, or fake your intentions, because that will apparently come across through your body language. And even if it does not come across through your body language, eventually it will. I have had many people, talk to me about it, and they face a lot of challenges in trying to befriend somebody. And one common thing that happens with them, and because of which they are unable to befriend someone, is because of not carrying genuine intentions or a genuineness in them. You have to be real. So try and be empathetic. Try and listen to that other person, understand their what they are trying to say, and genuinely show interest. So that will build a kind of an understanding between the two people in question. So that is very, very important. So first is, like I said, you have to try to strike a conversation by your right body language, your right facial expressions. Second is by listening. You have to be a good listener, and you need to maintain a good eye contact. Just faking it that you're listening but not maintaining an eye contact will not help you. Third thing is, of course, you need to like I just said, you have to be genuine in your intentions, and you need to do it really well. And you have to be real in your approach. And fourth thing that I would say is, avoid the small talk. After you have exchanged pleasantries, you can straight away go into the thing that you want to talk about. And don't put something very strange in front of the customer or the person that you're trying to strike a conversation with. Asking him about the economy of a US country, or of USA, or asking about the political scenario of certain place. Maybe he or she is not comfortable with that question. So it can always be a good idea to talk about generic things to begin with. It could be about the weather, the climate, the experience, some of things that you have had experience, and something that you would want to talk about, and enlighten that person, and maybe based on that have his or her views on it. So those could be some of the ways and means that you could probably talk about it and be there. And lastly, friends, the last thing that I would want to mention over here is appreciating the other person, being again, being genuine, but at the same time being happy about it that you met that person, and appreciating their endeavors, appreciating what they are doing, and always being thankful to them for listening to you and talking to you. So these are some very small things that you could do to strike a conversation. With a stiff body language, with a sad face, or a rude kind of expression on your face, or maybe not sounding genuine, because your approach may not be as genuine as you may want it to be. So these are some of the barriers that will affect and hinder you from building those right relations. So keep these small things in mind, and then further to that, how you can build a rapport with that person, how you can go on becoming more in sync with that person, is what we can talk about later. But for now, to strike a conversation, keep these 5 elements in mind. Thank you so much, and I'm glad I could speak once again, and thank you for watching it. Take care.